Welcome back. Now, the University of Namibia Student Representative Council will embark on an examination breakfast program, an initiative that will run for the entire examination period from the 22nd of May till the 23rd of June 2024, offering breakfast to UNAM students across all 12 campuses nationwide. Joining me in studio with more detail on this initiative is Papewa Ashihe Mungoba, the SRC president for the University of Namibia's 12 campuses, accompanied by Jaden Ashpala, SRC speaker for the student parliament. Good morning to you both and welcome to GMN.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Okay. Now, in our introduction, we talked about the SRC executives are embarking on this examination program. Talk to us about what are the objectives and aims of this initiative and what necessitated for you to introduce this program.
Well, essentially, I wouldn't be doing an injustice if I don't give credit to the previous leadership, because this is not an initiative that started primarily under our term. Of course, when we got into office, we decided we want to continue with it, but it's one that started quite some time ago under the leadership of then our dean, Mrs. Margaret Mayenga, together with the SRCs at the time. So I believe that what happened was it was an instance where we noticed that students often come to campus, they write an exam, they aren't fed, they are starving, and as a result, they are unable to even focus on executing that paper to the best of their abilities. So this program essentially aims at ensuring that every student has something to eat just before, writing your examination, because one meal in a day can really come a long way for most of our students across all our campuses.
Okay. Now, Jaden, this program will run across all 12 campuses of the university nationwide. Following the population of the university across the 12 campuses, do we know how many students you are likely to be feeding in terms of estimation? And how do you intend to ensure that this initiative continues to work and yields the results that you're so much looking forward in terms based on the answer that was provided by the president?
Thank you for the question. The estimate amount of students we anticipate on reaching is over 20,000, which is the total amount of students we have registered, total number of students we have registered across all 12 campuses. How we intend on doing it, we have a fee called the Student Union Contribution of 150 Namibian dollars that each student contributes by virtue of registration. In fact, it forms part of the registration fees. These fees, we have then taken the numbers of students across all 12 campuses and taken the ratio of students per campus plus that fee, or just a certain portion of the 150 as our startup capital. Yes.
Okay, so plus minus, how much did you find contribution?
Enough. Enough to start.
Okay, let's talk about what are the potential impact the examination breakfast is likely to have on the academic performance, on the examination performance generally for students, and the overall well-being of students. What is the possible impact of this initiative?
I think generally it's quite evident that you can't pour from an empty cup. So are you really able to ace your exam? I mean, you can, but if we're in a position where we can at least provide for our students or assist our students in just a stepping stone in order for them to write their exam, I believe that will come a long way for many of our students, because like Jaden said, this is a program that's going to run across all 12 campuses. Students, over 20,000 students with different backgrounds, and not many or not most are fortunate enough to have a plate to eat before they go into exam. So I just want to highlight that it's not a luxurious program. We are not going to offer bacon and, an omelette, English breakfast, but it's more of, as long as you have a slice of bread to eat, a cup of oros, or a pot of, pap, that is something that the students appreciate, and we've seen the impact over the years whereby students are grateful and are thankful within the numbers that we're able to provide something just for them to go kickstart their exam and kickstart their day. So the impact has been there, we've seen it, and we just hope and pray that, this is going to be a feasible program that can go forward for years to come.
Okay. Now, Jaden, are there any, with regards to accessibility and affordability, some might be wondering, of course, maybe perhaps I paid 150 student union fees, maybe there is a hidden cost. Are there any hidden costs, and is it accessible to everybody? You indicated that it's 20,000 students approximately that the university has registered for this financial year. I mean, does one require maybe a student card to be presented before accessing this benefit?
We have 4 sets of exams in the year. First semester, first opportunity, and second opportunity. So the honest truth is, it's not enough. We don't have enough in our coffers to cater for all our students. However, We have had donors in the past. For instance, we can talk about 2021, where we were mere student assistants under the then President, Madam Ndishishi's administration, where we saw generous donations. We were able to give out even power aid and reboost and all those stuff during the course of the day, and not just as a breakfast or whatsoever. So if there are people out there who would like to help, yes, we need that in terms of affordability. Accessibility, a student card, all students must carry their student cards with them during examination season. It's your ticket to enter. However, it's not mandatory to get this breakfast. All we need from you is to be truthful, eat once, and not every other hour of the day.
Okay. Let's talk about how, perhaps maybe from the past, how this initiative from the past, as you indicated that obviously it's building over a couple of years, it's not a new initiative. What are some of the benefits to the UNAM students in the past that formed part of this initiative?
I think, like I highlighted before, it was just the idea of having something to eat. And many times, like Jaden said, we were able, or we were fortunate enough to get sponsors on board. You know, so you have people reaching out, people calling, you know. They are more than welcome to call us even after this interview to say that, no, I have a cow, you know, and I want to donate it to, let's say I'm based in Katima Mulila campus and I want to give it to the campus just to ensure that students are able to eat something. And in the past, we've seen that, number one, it unites and it brings about a community, because many times the students that prepare this food are the students themselves together with the SRC. So we come in the morning, if we have received meat, for example, we set up a poiki, we prepare the meat together with a piece of bread, and you're able to come, you know, get something to eat. So I think outside of just the meal, fact that you're able to eat something, it also encourages a community that stands in solidarity and a community that cares for each other. Because it's very easy for you to come in, get bread at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock it's you again, at 3 o'clock and at 4 o'clock. But it's the element of integrity and honesty that we are trying to instill within our students, to say that, okay, as long as you've eaten something, ensure that you are leaving enough for the next student to come. So yeah, no, we've seen a lot of positive impact, and just generally within the community, we see a very, very positive change.
Okay. Jaden, are we anticipating any challenges with regards to the implementation and sustaining this initiative?
As mentioned by my president, it's we, the students, prepare this breakfast for our fellow students. So the challenges are you having a 8 o'clock session, however, being on the morning shift of that day for that breakfast program. So that becomes a problem, because you have examination sessions that can take place where students write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but these are the same volunteers who are assisting, because remember, we are also undergoing a financial crisis as a university. So there's no extra pocket to employ 5 people per campus to ensure. So challenges is we will be understaffed, and of course I mention again financial constraints. And then perhaps another can be, this is our first time this year that we are on traditional media regarding this program, but other than that we focus on social media only, and then our UNAM radio and perhaps flyers on and around campus. So we don't know, we don't think it's enough, or it reaches out to all our students for them to be aware of the program running across all 12 campuses, especially the serving points.
Okay. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. Any parting thoughts? Let me start with you, Madam President.
I think essentially we just also like to thank Good Morning Namibia for awarding us the slot where we are able to speak on this program, because like we mentioned, not many students know about this program because the university is so big. Main campus on its own has over 11,000 students registered. These are big numbers. So sometimes you are not aware about, you know, your day-to-day activities, but this is a platform for us to use to just call on our students to say that don't write an exam starving. Where we are able to assist you, we are more than willing to assist you. And with that note, I would just like to thank you and wish all our students all the best with examinations.
I think to our students, do not despair but remain hopeful. We will try our best. We might not have everything to satisfy you, but we will try our best in at least giving you something every day for the rest of the examination period.
Okay. Well, thank you both for making time to speak to us this morning, and we wish you all the best with the implementation of this initiative, and may it be a success. After all, UNAM is our alma mater.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, that was Twapeo Ashihe Mungoba, UNAM SRC President, as well as Jaden Ashipala, the SRC Speaker for the Student Parliament at the University of Namibia's main campus, talking to us about the University of Namibia's Representative Council's decision to embark on the examination breakfast program initiative that will run for the entire examination period starting from the 22nd of May till the 23rd of June 2024, offering breakfast to UNAM students across all 12 campuses nationwide. Now stay tuned, GMN gets to continue with more conversations